The 5th of January, there's the first debate. I'm starting to improvise and collect all the most important information. So it's going as follows. The facts are as known and have been given. First of all, we're talking about a lawyer who is qualified in ongoing power of attorney. Secondly, for 7 years he held wills without the knowledge of me regarding also had a trust paragraph in them without my knowledge, where a brother, one is a gambler and the other one is a thief, or just a fraudster, will run my money. So for 7 years this guy has hid those wills for me, which have a very large implication. I just want to introduce myself. I have a first degree in honors in psychology. I got accepted to neurology, but in the request of my parents I was referred to learn all the degrees of finance for 20 years. I'm actually an accountant, a FCA, fellow chartered accountant, a tax advisor, registered at the Ministry of the department, the legal department. So this is me, and he held for 7 years this document against me. Also, he was in charge, he was giving them, legal consultation regarding that without my knowledge. And this legal consultation included in the first stages theft from the bank, taking out money of the mother's account. And later on he was involved in this creation of an ongoing power of attorney on the elderly mum, which he said that she initiated it, while the neurologist says she was completely in advanced stages of ALS, which is completely mute, and they completely disabled, mute and paralyzed, and she already initially she didn't have very good Hebrew. She didn't write in Hebrew. Her reading was very so that's their framework where he was involved in that. And the mother on her deathbed claimed that they want her dead because of her money, and before they moved her to the old age home, she's just a week when they moved her to the old age home, she said that they expelled her from her home, and they said because they need her money and stuff like that. That's what was her claim. I said, what are you talking about? So apparently they were making all these documents. He was their legal advisor for 7 years, which seems as if he has no clue, or as if, he's using his interpretation, although he's qualified as being ongoing power of attorney, and his interpretation instead of interpreting the law as giving taking care of the social welfare of the beneficiary, or the elderly woman, the disabled woman, enlarging her money, taking care of, it's like the innocence of heart quality. All the laws that are stated for instance, in the trust law, and are very similar also in the guardianship law. Instead of interpreting them, although he was qualified, instead of interpreting them in a way according to the law, he said steal from her account, take real estate, take over real estate, stop her income of rent, and beat and actually beat and try to murder the beneficiary of the trust. There's a criminal, he has criminal files, and my phone is full of death threats. There's sabotages that were done to the house. In the middle of the night, they were sending people to sabotage their house, opening a chimney where, almost a wall fell on me, and sabotaging all the sewage, and, just making it hell for me to live. And also, physical beating. So this is their framework. And all these documents were done without my knowledge. While they have, this is, first of all, this is the state of my mum. And this is my money. What's going on? Full of lies to the court, and also I couldn't appeal because he sent them to break my ribs. So, for instance, I initiated 2 negotiations so they won't, run a trust. Which both of them, they dissolved it because they didn't want to show where the assets are. Till now, the assets are under, he was a banker. So this is, and he was organizing it, and I have no clue, the worker in the office said that the Muslim, he's the Muslim initiated it. The elder brother is adopted Muslim, and he's his colleague for many years. He's his big chap, he follows him, and this Muslim, he actually sat in a prison, in a military prison, and he had a criminal file when he was young. He very hard circumstance. He even beat his mother, and very hard circumstances, and this is his big pal. Now these documents have a great implication on me because it's my money. I'm losing money meanwhile. While they're making this trust, he's also concealing assets, and he also says assets are disappearing. You wanted this trust to be. Twice I agreed to leave the house, and just you cancel this trust. And he didn't want it, and he says that the assets are disappearing. You're supposed to guide them. No bookkeeping. You're concealing assets in the trust. You had 7 years to prepare these people to create a correct trust, which you're not doing. And you expelled the mother, and you're trying to expel the